Hi Chris, Happy New Year. So this is just a video response to the health survey you filled in for me before Christmas. And the reason I've waited till now to send everything out is because in the run up to Christmas, most people aren't going to really make any changes and they probably ignore what I'm going to say. So now we're into January, everybody's kind of ready for that change. So I'm going to go through your form with you now. So your kind of biggest struggles tend to be weekends and recent injuries. So weekends is where most people struggle. Weekends are where I struggle a lot because you're out of routine and there's a lot of sitting around, there's a lot of boredom, so it's very easy to just pick at foods. So if you have something planned for the weekends, like if you have an actual food plan to follow for the weekends, or if you set yourself a goal for the weekend of sticking to this plan and doing this little bit of exercise, that kind of turns it all on its head because you're changing the routine of it. Most people weekends are going out drinking and then you've hangover food. So if you try and change what your weekend is now, obviously I don't know what your weekend is like at the moment. So if you want to kind of reply, I'm probably going to email you this video. So if you want, or I can send it on Facebook. If you want to reply and let me know what your weekends are like, we can maybe put something in place. And then also for injury, I know when you're injured or you have anything like that in place, it's hard to do anything. It's very easy then to get down on yourself, sit around. And again, when I sit around, I pick at food. It's boredom. And it can be a bit of an emotional comfort then as well, just to pick at foods. So depending on the injury, just say, let's say for future reference, if you can even get out for a walk, a 20-minute or a 30-minute walk, that makes a massive change because it's just taking you out of the environment that you're bored in. That's what's happening is when you are sitting there and especially if you're watching TV, watching movies, that environment you get bored and you get a little bit complacent, you get a little bit mindless, and then you start picking at foods. So if you take yourself out of the environment, even for 20 minutes or half an hour, it changes things. It's like it wakes your brain back up. And then you know when you go back, you've had some fresh air, you're probably less likely to pick at foods. But even if you did pick at foods, at least you've got to walk in before you've done it. It's kind of like damage control. So I know you're going to be back in classes anyway I'm starting back next week. I'll be sending messages around about that. So that's going to make a massive change for you anyway. And when it comes to consistency, once you're back in classes, you will see the consistency come back. And portion control, we can work on that. We can talk about that in class. So I know you say your metabolism is slowed a lot in your 30s, and yeah, unfortunately it does happen. That's where it just comes down to planning and patience. Like, things do slow down as we age, so unfortunately our patience has to increase, and our patience tends to decrease with age as well. So that's the challenge, is just one, being patient, and two, cutting yourself some slack. Like, just give yourself a break sometimes. Like, you don't always have to be on the ball perfect all the time. Sometimes it's okay to have that little binge, have that little meltdown, whatever it needs to be. Sometimes it just has to happen. But if it's happening all the time, then there's something deeper we need to look at. So Chris, based on what you've sent me, that's all I'm going to say. Does that make sense? Just reply and let me know. And I'll be seeing you soon anyway. So Happy New Year, and thanks for filling in the form. See you later.